Amin Lamptey, ending Congo. Wow, near a sports journalist. You know, ending command pay. Where your PR Emma Marwako na Yemisan say and how are they feeling at the moment with the commentary that's on social media? I mean, good morning.
Good morning.
Na important design of Eminia.
Then I miss it, baby.
Yo, obet me my updates kakra as to steps are mateki as the FDA statement na eba out no.
Any kind of whether mwase sema tunsa free. There's also the nankopase. I have to me sorry eno mokasa. O panelisa okasa sisi ansa na mikasa idea. Mi pese me dana sepa. These are some of the constructive analysis assemble that we need to have so that all of us will be on the same page. We share idea about on social media compared to the narratives that some media captured yesterday when they granted interview to me. I will say, the social media is a platform that I, as a journalist, as a lecturer in journalism, marketing, PR, and communication, I would want to advise every individual who is a journalist to be very, very responsible when it comes to picking stories on social media. Okay, to go ahead with that verification, with that authentication, to just publish it. No, my brother, most of the media outlets did not publish anything on social media or probably on their website. It is only few. Okay, and I'm telling you, the narrative changed. Into the mass frame. FDA or more decision or more take here. No, for me, I think that it's in the right order. That is their responsibility. That is their duty. Especially, they have to monitor. They have to make sure, say, whatever that we do, we must do things according to their dictates. Because say they will protect both our customers and even the workers that we have, and make sure we use the quality product and the right product for Adriana Yemiano. Inti I didn't see I'm say Saturday ni Sunday. Up to now, my brother, the things started at a particular time. And yes, anapano, the mutu grani free 10, a call say 4:30 but the mutu grani free 4, a call 10:30 and that is on Saturday. On Sunday, no, so the same thing. A repeating of the mutu grani free 10, a call around 4:30 the mutu after 4:30 down to 10:30 and at any in terms any every because for Marwako Fast Food Limited, I know you know much about Marwako. Marwako, when it comes to the kitchen, Adriana Union, they are kitchen and Nyagro. We are very, very strict because the owner of Marwako, on why restaurant in almost about 45 years. Into no, only bibia. Into we don't take things for granted in the kitchen. It's idea we see and we are confused. Or one say no. We need to establish a team and investigate it. Into a starting Monday no more Naija, and a Tuesday no FDA acquire branch sprinters omoko sisan edwani bi no omoko started test no and onra omo esaba isligo branch no be ade ni see no o wa na omo catch them say we should close all the 4 branches. And then some say I didn't hear because it is an isolated case at East Legal. Almost by their regulations, we have to close all the 4. And then we say Mate. And then we communicate and you call your branch managers, supervisors, and then we close here. In the next few hours, many shall Kasana say and can't send me to me. Let me say, me and I'll catch them on say young close to main office, any East Legon, so I see, but maybe matum because my brother, anybody who understands, problems like this, when you want to get into such problem, you must deal with the issues holistically. Crisis management, you need to do everything holistically. Say we may have some challenges. me and me may 2 million. She said, "Dear, said the narratives is gradually the assistant narrative. You see an uncle for chassis, and yes, Abia, Ubiana was shedder, our yard. Me know if he year to me, Johnny. Speak too able to me are contaminated, and it becomes food poisoning. You can food poisoning, and yes, Abia Ubina was shedder, we did draw a question, and we knew. So I say, and this is idea. Marwako investigate FDA and so said in the next 3 days on baby or investigation. And so we are they will see what we can do. I never acquired then Yankopas and Yankopodia by and said, "Ya to me, I didn't see a moment or what to me a friend, we were able to visit them at the hospital. Most of them have been discharged. Some of them we were able to support them with their medical bills. Some of them almost say David. Check into a say it's more or less like a human institution. Bibia to me see the young couple more than investigating who are there. There are those who also went ahead and did self-medication. So this is the situation.
I mean, now painting picture na say omomudidi and power copying phone and the baby and 2 or more. That was the Saturday.
Yes.
Between after 4 and then later into the night, in a first case, most of the Semunya cases now, most of the Semunya investigation. At what point did you receive your first complaint about a woman with after 4?
No, in America, it's Saturday and Sunday, the same period, almost starting Monday, and most of them are saying so. Omoka say it's a normal stomach ache. But as I said, me no one ekoya, me no one me color also ni color. Then you know on Mother's Day, day before Mother's Day and on Mother's Day. Into you know me could do That's the way I me no na me chance me can say be a free baby. And me frail, so bra. I say no. I mean, me so me yamo me me color say cry your cause a hoano be so I didn't buy no. Then Marwako Fast Food Limited. Quickly, we communicated this to certain platform, and then most of the perform you realize that no, this is a common problem. So we communicated with them and we brought them together, and then we were able to establish communication with them. And some of them, we were able to even advise them what to do and all that. As we even an apartment can say, we need to be briakasa, ono anajo, we need to be briakasa. It will be a bomb pass and a bishra masadi way in Sibida.
More initial investigations after you authenticated this had happened between 4 and 10 p.m. No, Dabena Shase.
Oh, Dabi, say as a communicator, no, when you are verifying, when you are investigating something from the preliminary stage, you must be able to ask certain critical questions. Number one, you don't know ton time there, me ton time see, and then I made to me who said. Your motto from this time to this time were not affected because most of the perform from 4 downwards or from 4 upwards to 10:30 thereabout. Such as and then to me who say, "Oh, why what?"
I get that point, but what I'm asking is, at what point after establishing one motor between 4 and 10, no, and omunya situation, no, and mo started some more internal investigations as to why.
Oh no, Monday. It all started on Monday. The information started trickling down on Monday. And Monday I didn't start here. Until start here with just about 2-3 people. So as we go along, the 3 people we are seeing that more people are coming. And then as more people are coming, then strategically as the communicator, I tried as much as I can and share my contact to 1 or 2, and then they start sharing to those who were affected, and then we start trying to link up with them till today.
So, money didn't come Monday, what me I establish it. By Tuesday, Wednesday, one would expect say internal investigations will commence say Anyebiano. Yet you will say between 4 and 10, and as I we see at the end of course here. When did that begin? Our company anymore.
But my brother, if you're talking about investigating such a thing, you cannot really be. You can't preempt what you are doing. We don't want to come out with anything premature, okay? This is, it's different type of food. Obi mu di fried rice with chicken, obi mu di potato chips with chicken, obi mu di shawarma, obi mu di the coleslaw and all that. So your information, and I make look at even yesterday, even Anapai, I have some fresh people calling. So why must you conclude with your investigation and say that these are the reasons why this thing happened? No. So we are taking our time. Well, we wouldn't want to come and preempt and say something. FDA are also going to investigate. So we believe that in as much as yes, we believe in what we are doing, because we must also try to link up with an institution that can give us an independent investigation on the matter. MC so by and also on the officers are they've also picked some samples of the food. They are also going to investigate. It is such a thing. You cannot just say that because you want people to know what happened, you just start and then quickly. No, you may bring the finding now. I'm telling you, another customer will call and give you a different perspective. I remember one example. I didn't know yesterday, everybody was talking about the rice, chicken, coleslaw, and all that. That is what they've ate. But just last night, a woman who is an Aja called or friend will say, I mean, me manto eduane biu. Mr. Shawarma. Ana ono so ka chem sas shawarma no. Ono ne ba ene ediye. Ne ba no hwanya no, ba ono so enya sa problem no. Ono so e ka chem sas shawarma no, o mani down for bisu bi crap kitu bi no so die. Ono so enya sa problem no. Problem in the she's been running and maybe feeling a bit of stomach ache. So for the past days, Monday started, we were thinking of the food, that is the rice, chicken, the coleslaw and all that. Just yesterday night, around 10, I know big friend me catch him, so also the shawarma, and I didn't hear see. So you see, as we say, I concluded say it is this or that. So we are just taking our time. And TBR, we just want to make sure say all those who have been affected, we've engaged them. We've gotten what is the problem. Maybe some of them, the individual hospitals are more quiet. Probably the findings are more doctors near. We will make some comparative analysis, and then all of us will come out with the reasons, and then we can correct our mistakes. Because they are not the right information. We say we are in the hurry to bring out the findings. And when we bring the wrong findings, maybe we'll continue to encounter some of these challenges.
Two final questions. One, authenticating people who are calling and claiming that they ate at your restaurant. How do you verify that?
You see, I am really, really excited with this question. I'm really, really excited with this question. And that is exactly the point, because you see, it raises the issue of probably there's a possibility of, somebody using this just to, destroy Marwako. Your competitor can do that. There is somebody who also called me yesterday who is a victim. And the victim was telling me that he believes that there is something behind this. Even those who are even calling, so most of them could not be Crawford and into my brother and American. I believe sir, God is with us because we have a clean heart. Marwako Fast Food Limited has served Ghanaians for the past over 20 years. The quality of food from Marwako and all that. Send our panelists meeting and all kind of. Yes, it is not a race. So the FDA will just look through the issues. And Marwako has not done anything unto it. We cannot do something deliberate. And when we moving problems now, they are just going to give instruction. Marwako, do this, don't do this, do this, don't do this. And they will come back to business. Because could you believe it said, Bebre Ohoa, Omudi Janano, Adeni Omono, when they recovered, they continue buying from Marwako. I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. Into honor say ye 2 million crofo be bramo buy no. So see sika ye be free closure honor no. Closure no anka ba say by a catch anadwomo. Am a close ni enenu a wanka bia e kanu be kakra. Me sika ye dia ama omodi twa hospital based no crapo enye easy. But say na question why be say media. You've opened another chapter that is very, very important. So there are people that will fake themselves, they will masquerade as if they were part of the victims.
Now, my customers need be afraid no so we trust you into any issue. You better be the honor. But what I'm asking, have there been others in so much threatened more that they will sue you?
We there on a meter almost say on social media. On Crofu Eddie assembly to social media. On one grantee interview beyond cache. And in a mechano on social media, your competitor can even contract people, or they can use some influencers on social media.
It's interesting. This is the second time you're mentioning your competitor. Do you have a reason to believe that a competitor can be behind this?
No, it depends on the question you are asking me.
But this is the second time you are saying.
No, my brother, and I'm a catcher. I'm a marketing consultant and a marketing lecturer, and I can tell you, I wouldn't wanna bring out a lot of things when it comes to competition in a business. When you have your competitor, Marwako, that has gone to put up a branch at ANC Mall. How many restaurants do we have there? Even in Accra, how many restaurants do we have that Marwako Fast Food Limited has come to, if you like, snatch their customers? It happens in everything. Even me, I'm a consultant in marketing. Uber now also me advise you have a competitor. I need to conduct some research. I need to do some research on your business, your price strategy. I mean, everything about your sales and all that. Then I'll go and do that of a competitor for me to be able to know their target customers and know your target customers and know if I'm going to do certain strategy or whatever to rebrand your product or whatever. That is what I do. But there are those who can even go beyond that. What they will do is to make sure that they will destroy your image, because they have tried several times, they couldn't succeed in trying to deal with you. Now look at the telecommunication in Ghana. We are not saying that there is something deliberate. Look at the strategies some telecommunications have been using, and any new telecommunication network that will come to Ghana cannot survive. All because of experience. These are the companies we call the big fishes. When the big fishes are there, they have consolidated their stay in business. Into Uber, look at Glo. I'm just giving you an example. Look at Glo. There is some secret that I'll tell you that the competitors of Glo did that I won't mention it on air. It was a strategy. They silence them, they neutralize them. Shankrofu Glo Eddie advert or mobile. You're a celebrity. Uncountable. Look at the billboards, my brother. Look at what they've done. But where is Glo? And Catcher said that sometimes I'm not really trying to pontificate on our competitors, but I'm saying, a really sad situation. It could be a competitor's, if you like, a reaction to whatever is going on. But all the same, American, question will be something very, very critical. But I believe, to all intents and purposes, it's a turning point. It's a learning curve. We have learned a lot of things, and we're even going to reorganize our staff. So I'm organizing myself for a customer training for my staff. I have been doing this several times, but this time around, the paradigm, I mean, the idea I'm using more this time around because of the advent of social media. You must have a way of educating them so that all of us will be on the same page.
Bear with me, just one final one. If we are going with the hypothetical position, say it could be a competitor, let's work with the idea, say it's a competitor, hypothetically. Does it not then tell me, say, more structures, more security for more compound and more adjumano a loose?
No, exactly. You can't say it's loose or it's not loose. You could have a very strong security network. You could even have committed staff in the kitchen. But my brother, in this world, we have people who have specialized in lobbying. We have people who have specialized in how they can go about trying to influence people. Look at our political landscape. Do you know that there are people in NDC who are internal members of the party who give MPP important information about what NDC is doing? Do you know that there are people in MPP, they sleep and dine with the president? There are those who give information to NDC. So that is what I'm saying.
All right.
People, once we are human, my brother, people have so many ways of manipulating the system.
All right.
Some will use money, some will use influence and all that. We are not really pontificating on that. We believe that it's one of those things. But when we look at it from that angle, anything that you raise, and yes, in here, we are still investigating. Say, I don't know, Obino, AUC and staff away, Sadiana. My brother, I'm very sure in the next few hours or a few days, I will get back to you and you and I will discuss it. But I just want to thank you so much for for the call and the questions that you've asked me. Some of the questions were not really asked yesterday, and you being the first person to ask the question, I want to thank you so much. And let me use the opportunity to apologize sincerely to all the victims. It is a human institution. Marwako and yet we want to assure them that Marwako would always be with them. Anybody who has a problem should get in touch. When they get in touch with us, all of us will be on the same page. Right. There are some people who have threatened to take Marwako to court. No, we're taking Marwako to court. It is going to be very difficult for Marwako.
I mean,
once we believe in ourselves, we know we are all one. Marwako is a human institution. We can resolve this issue once and for all.
I mean, I thank you for joining me, Mohammed Amin Lamptey.
I'm grateful.
Marwako Fast Food, AD and Komo and pay what happened. Marwako no.